What up? I'm DevanOnDeck, and today we talking about Instagram secrets. Welcome back to DevanOnTech, where I give you how-tos and reviews. At least once a day, I get an email or a DM from one of y'all asking me about Instagram tips and advice. And I'm talking all types of people: entrepreneurs, business people, fitness people, especially fashion folks like bloggers and writers. And I get it. Personal brand is very important. Making sure you have your social media on lock is very important. And obviously, I have some things figured out. So I thought the best way to bring you guys value is to give you the 5 best practices, the 5 things that I use to execute my Instagram in the best way possible that I think applies to anybody that's trying to build a brand of some sort. But before we get into that, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm that contemporary street lux style guy mixed with an anime tech nerd, which basically just means I have the imagination of a child, but I can curate and art direct at an editorial level. So if that sounds interesting to you, you are in the right place. And if you're already subscribed, make sure to hit that little bell icon so you get a notification every time I post a video. Okay, number 1, establish a focus and stick to it. One big thing I want to point out here, and a common mistake I see people do, they try to build a brand behind something, whether they're a writer or trying to sell a product or wanting to be a blogger, and they'll have other posts in it that don't make sense. For example, let's say you're a fitness person, right? A personal trainer, and you want people to purchase your services and helping them become fit. Then it probably isn't a good idea to put personal pictures up there of your kids or the new house you just bought or your car, unless somehow it fits in with your story. Now remember, social media is just word of mouth at scale. So before you post something, ask yourself, is this something I want people to share? And if they do share it, does it line up with my story? Does it line up with my goals? If not, don't post it. Number 2, lock in a visual theme. Now, when it comes to establishing a theme or an aesthetic for your Instagram page, it whittles down to about 3 things: your environment in which you shoot in, your lighting, and your color palette. Now, if you look at my Instagram page, you'll notice that the one thing that's in common with all my photos is that my background is desaturated, which means that I take the color out. Now, if my environment is an industrial setting with buildings and bricks and steel around me, then I desaturate it completely. However, if it's in a natural setting, or you see some sky or see some foliage or a tree or something like that, then I keep a lot of those colors in there. However, I do tone those down too, because of course, my focus is fashion and style. So I want you to see what I'm wearing. I want you to see me. So that's my focus. And my way isn't necessarily the right way for you. For instance, if you look at Dapper Lou's page, it's filled with bright and rich colors, strong shadows, and the pictures are beautiful and they totally work for him. Or my boy Brighton G, who's mastered his style of photography. You see he's really strong with silhouettes, brings those orange and teal hues out of all of his photos, does those long exposures, see those stars really burst through the sky. That's amazing and I love it. But again, that is his style. Or for instance, my girl Visa, she does even more militant and minimal and strong black and white desaturated theme than I do. Her stuff is like crispy and clean and spotless, and that works great for her. So you gotta find what fits you best and stick to that. Having a theme both simplifies your photography and editing process, because you know what you're always gonna do every single time. And on top of that, any potential new followers know exactly what to expect every time from you. And it makes your entire Instagram gallery look cohesive and branded. Number 3, plan out your content. Now, giving it just a few minutes of thought before you actually go out and shoot your content will make your process so much smoother and efficient. And it'll give you the opportunity to kind of hone in your brand messaging and your story just a little bit more as you create your content. Now, if you look at my Instagram, you'll notice that I do photo sets of 3. I might give you a shot of the full outfit, then a close-up on the shoes, and probably like a cool video. You know what to expect from me every single time. Some folks do vertical rows, which are basically just like, columns of 3. Some people's are a little more hodgepodge. However, you'll notice a difference between pages that are planned out that look more cohesive and other ones that don't. Now for me, I'm super old school. I just go to my notes in my phone and just write out a shot list and keep the rest of it in my head. But for my people who are super visual, there are 2 apps you can use. One is called Planoly and the other is Mosaico. They both basically do the same thing. They allow you to see your entire Instagram feed and what it would look like depending on what you posted. And you can literally rearrange the photos within the apps. And I don't think, are they both free? I don't know. You got to find out when you go there, because again, I don't use them. However, if you're really visual, this can help simplify things for yourself. It just make it super easy to organize exactly how you're gonna post stuff. Number 4, have a variety of photos, okay? One of the things that is sure to make your followers bored and unfollow you is you keep taking the same kind of photo over and over again from the exact same angle in the exact same spot all the time. You gotta change it up. Now, we've already covered how to take better photos a few how-tos ago. And if you haven't seen the video yet, I'll make sure to link it at the end of this one. Make sure you're changing your perspective, your composition, your angles, adding movement, make them interesting, and give variety to your people. Now, last but not least, number 5, you gotta find your hooks. Now, when I say hooks, I mean that things about you or your business or what you do that are objectively cool or interesting or attractive to look at. Maybe you're really good looking, or maybe you dress well, or maybe you have really great content editing skills, or maybe you have all 3 of those qualities. No, but for real, look inside yourself first and think about the things that you're most proud of, about who you are, what value you bring to others. And first look there and see what you're most proud of putting on display. Or if that's not as easy for you to figure out, then do the reverse. Look at the type of content that you post that is getting more love from people. So if you see a spike of likes and comments and engagement on a certain type of content, then it's probably a good idea to continue to post that same type of content. So just pay attention to your people, to your followers, so that they know that you're listening to them and you will see success on this platform. Boom! So there you have it. 5 Instagram secrets directly from your man DevanOnDeck. So what we gonna do? We're gonna establish a focus, lock in a theme, plan out our content, make sure we have variety, and we are going to find our hooks. And of course, if you have any questions, feedback, anything you want to add, leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And as always, I appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.